So here's a Roblox Piggy theory that I think is really interesting, and it might reveal a lot about Intercity, so let's get into it. First thing to understand is that Minitoon made the Breakout chapter and its lore at the same time as developing Intercity, so we can draw a lot of connections between the two. Breakout has a lot of weird notes that don't make sense on its own, so let's talk about each of them. The main one I'm going to focus on today is a message in the room after the maze, which says it was you. This is really interesting for quite a few reasons. Although it seems to be talking about how Tigry unalived Danny at the end of the chapter, this actually doesn't make sense, considering that Tigry did the knife only after he got past the rooms. This could mean one of two things, that Tigry had did something sinister before joining the military, or that this part never actually happened. Let me explain. In Book 1, Minitoon released a bonus chapter, called Distorted Memory, which features Georgie becoming infected. However, it's revealed to be a dream and not real. Here's the thing. In the Distorted Memory chapter, not all of what happened was real. Although some of the things in the map were what actually happened, like Georgie running away from an unknown character called Memory, a lot of the map has new areas that aren't actually there in the house map. This is interesting as we see something similar with a lot of maps like Distraction. So it's really possible that this happened in Tigry's head. In addition to this, Tigry actually mentions that he recognizes the school segment, the house segment and the training segment, but not the maze segment. However, at the end of the maze segment is where we see the message at the back of the carnival trailer. Here's the thing, we know that before this, Tigry had never actually been to the carnival before he joined the military. But he did go to the carnival after he deserted the military. This means that a lot of the Breakout chapter didn't actually happen. It's also interesting to note that that was the same trailer that Foxy was trapped in the carnival map, so we can now be certain that Tigry infected Foxy, most likely under the instructions of Willow. This whole thing is extremely interesting, so I wondered about what else there is in the Breakout chapter, and I saw quite a few things in the chapter. One of the most cryptic secrets was the code. The way you actually complete the chapter is by getting the knife from the armory room, by completing a code that you can find at portals around the map. However, if you go to this code at the start of the chapter, you can actually use the hidden ending alphabet. Once you decode it, and unscramble it, you get the word, real. On top of this, in the map we have portals. But when you look at the portals, you can hear some whispers, just like the whispers mentioned in several of the journal entries. However, Minitoon confirmed that T.O. had little interest in Tigry at the time, which is extremely interesting, considering that we're seeing all of these little secrets here. Well, that brings me on to the final of the secrets I wanted to mention, Umbra. Umbra is the name of the bot for this chapter, and if we look at the word Umbra, it literally means darkness. Umbra is extremely interesting as it's a tiger, just like Tigry's fears. Sentinel showed up similar to a pig because we had a fearful encounter with a pig. That's essentially what Umbra is, the literal personification of fear itself. Umbra isn't real, but at the same time he is. Umbra is partially smiling, so he definitely serves T.O. Umbra is also made up of the inky substance that links a lot of the insolents together. If we go back to the chapter's name itself, it's literally called Breakout. Tigry is trying to run from his fears. Now, here's how this stuff links to Intercity. Tigry had one of the earliest encounters with the insolents well before the start of the infection. We now know that the insolents can alter people's memories, so they can't recognize right from wrong. I'll make a video pretty soon about everything that I think will happen in Intercity, but that will be out before the full story of Roblox Piggy video releases. Anyways, subscribe to the channel for more theories like this.